technology.
And cheap power.
Some energy
Nuclear
experts say that nuclear is 25 years away, that the life of coal-fired power plants would need to be extended by up to 25 years if they are to be replaced by nuclear reactors. How would you justify that?
Well, other nuclear experts say that nuclear is 5 years away in Australia, and I don't believe that either.
On the other side,
it's within a decade you could get nuclear in Australia.
On the other side of the argument, to reach net zero emissions by 2050 and shut off all coal-fired power, Australia will need to build the equivalent of 50 snowy hydro schemes. That's according to the Australian Energy Board. So we are way behind on both energy sources no matter what.
In terms of the storage and the system, we have the capacity. We are investing now, and absolutely we will need to go gangbusters in bringing this renewable future on.
So
and
investment is down.
We're doing it already.
Investment is down 40%.
And let's remember,
investment in renewables are down 40% since Labor came to office. 40%. You were going to close down a system without a replacement.
The coalition abandoned this space and took us backwards for 10 years. We've been 2 years now on catch-up, and we are going gangbusters. It's looking bright.
So you say 2 years, 2 years
good.
catch-up, investment is down 40%, workforce is down, emissions are going up in Australia. Emissions are going up in Australia for the very first time.
We need to do much better. You're right. Labor needs to do much better.
So electricity prices, we are now paying among the highest prices in the world.
So
the grid is falling over.
So the concern moving forward is we are racing to shut down the coal-fired power plants, power stations. But what do we do in the interim while we're waiting for that 2050 target to kick in? Have we got the infrastructure in place?
We are absolutely building that infrastructure
for
right
no
now.
blackouts. For no blackouts.
No blackouts. Let's remember the reason we're getting blackouts is because of the ageing coal-fired facilities. And don't forget, it's not the government shutting these facilities down. It's the industry themselves, and that's because the money and the future and the capacity is in renewables.
The lights are going to go out.
I want to go to the jury, get their views on it.
Your lights are going to go
Chris,
out.
how are you feeling about the possibility of Australia going nuclear?
Well, there's a number of points. You've got, for instance, Rolls-Royce is building modular nuclear reactors. He's exactly right where the industry is moving on a lot quicker. The Greens, I don't see, where are you objecting to when we're tearing down native forests, we're ruining the skylines, we're ruining the environment, all in the sake of saving the environment? China's building 2 new coal-fired reactors a week. Doesn't matter, we shut down 1 or 2. What's the difference? We're going to make no difference.
In terms of China, we need to be very careful about how we look at what China's doing. Have you looked at their investment and their renewable investment and their capacity? They are building
So are you seriously defending China on climate change over Australia?
No, Ted. I am talking about what China is doing on renewables. You have a good look. They are investing in billions and they are bringing on renewables. You know why? Because China knows that's where the future is and that's where the the free energy is coming from, people. This is how we will bring the
I'm with
prices
Australia,
of power
not with
down.
China on this one.
Oh, Ted, your culture wars and your politics, they won't survive you. They won't do you well.
Well, look, unfortunately, we've actually run out of time and you've both had your say. A great debate. But let's go to the jury now. You have 10 seconds to deliberate. Should Australia go nuclear? Time is up. What is the jury's verdict? Every one of you said yes, Australia should go nuclear. Hugo, why yes?
Look, I think if we are using this technology in other areas of our economy and if our peers are using this technology, why wouldn't we include this in the mix if it's a zero emission source of energy that's going to give Labor and the Greens what they're looking for in terms of not producing emissions and giving us cheap, reliable power? Why wouldn't we include that as part of the mix? We don't have to make it the solution, but why not make it part of the mix?
Part of a mix. Bruce, your thoughts?
I think we're a nation of fools and we're signing a national suicide note if we don't go nuclear.
Why?
Because I think anybody who believes that covering our environment and spoiling it in order to save it with propellers and panels is a special kind of zealot.
There you go. Strong words there from Bruce. Look, it's an interesting debate, and given that the coalition's going to take this to the next election, you can be sure it's going to be front and centre on the agenda. Ted O'Brien, Sue Higginson, great to have you both on the show tonight.
Thanks,
Thank you
Danica.
so much
Thank you,
for
Sue.
joining us.
Thank you all.